John Larson, New Hope, Pennsylvania. I left a tape and a press kit, and 3 days later, Debbie's phone was ringing off the wall. John Larson called and said he thought I had the greatest voice he'd ever heard. He said, "I would love to book you, but I doubt that you could afford to play for us." He said, "We don't have much money." I said, "John, I've got a special feeling about that stage. How does free sound?" He said, "I couldn't let you play for free." I said, "I just came out of Nashville, Tennessee, and I never wanted to sing again. I saw your bar, and that old feeling came back. If you never hire me, you can't fire me." I said, "Give me a free audition, and we'll see if we like each other." He said, "Let me call you back." I said, "All right." He called a couple hours later and said, "How about next Monday night?" I said, "Great." Well, as life and God will have it, John and Peters wound up being a home and the best stage I'd ever sung on. The audition went great. A small crowd of curious locals showed up. The bartender that night was a magical, beautiful, 6'3" tall, incredible eyes, and built with a gorgeous hourglass figure, Big Sue. We had no waitress, because there had not been a crowd on Mondays for a long time. The show went great, and everyone was happy. At the end of the night, a young man with long blonde hair wandered in and hollered, "Sue, it's a girl." Sue and I were there alone, and in came Dylan. She poured 3 double shots of Cuervo Gold, and we toasted Dylan and his wife and newborn daughter. To this day, I only know how long I've been playing at John and Peters by asking how old Dylan's daughter is. That night, I slept in my van behind the bar next to the dumpster. All the vehicles I have owned, I have built a bed in. A musician without a girlfriend is homeless unless there is a bunk in the trunk. I stayed in New Hope for 3 or 4 days. John Larson said, "Monday nights are yours if you want them." I had sworn that I would never take a job singing any more than 2 nights every 6 to 8 weeks in one place. You can burn the material out, and people won't come to see you anymore. John told me that this club was different, and I needed to get in and out of the cold and make permanent friends. He was right. I took the job every Monday night for 1 month. At the end of that month, we would decide if we wanted to go on for another month. Eventually, he gave me my own key to the bar. They had a dressing room upstairs with 2 bunks, and I moved into John and Peters 3 days a week, no matter where else I played. I had to be back by Monday night to play in New Hope. I didn't know it till a few months later, but the reason John gave me my own key was because the neighbors behind the bar were asking him who the bum sleeping in the old van was. They didn't want vagrants in their neighborhood. About 4 months later, a gay man by the name of Steve, who owned an old historical inn called the Logan Inn, came by the bar and gave me a key to room 14 on the 2nd floor. Steve said, "Mountain John, as long as I'm alive, you will have a hotel room and a free meal in New Hope, Pennsylvania. I refuse to allow America's last troubadour to sing in my own town and not have a nice place to sleep, eat, and shower." Steve became a dear friend from that point on. Between John, Steve, Big Sue, and a lot of other people in that area, I finally felt as if I had a home. It was strange after all the years on the road to allow myself the luxury of a home and friends. It was hard to learn how to deal with people's problems daily. I'm constantly amazed at the soap opera situations that people allow themselves to succumb to when they live in one town for their whole life. Too many folks are overwhelmed by small things that they make a major problem out of. Don't sweat the small stuff, y'all. You won't have enough energy to deal with the real problems like health and anger and mental and spiritual aspects. The biggest problem I see with most people is they don't have a dream and a goal that feeds and nourishes their spirit every day. They wind up putting their faith and trust into other people. That kind of living will always let you down because all people are imperfect. Dreams are perfect and never let you down. Only people do that. I don't care if you're a waitress, a plumber, candle maker, poet, singer, artist, or a car mechanic. You should learn and strive to be the best. Stand tall and every day be proud that you are the best, and always learn more about your job because it's your dream. Everything you need to be a happy, spirit-filled dreamer and enjoyer of life has been provided for you before you were even born. Give your problems to the Great Spirit and concentrate on being the best and happiest person every day that is possible. There will be bad and terrible things that happen, but your dream will pull you through if you use it every day.